Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all of my baggage droppers around the world, welcome to another episode of the Drop Your Baggage Podcast update. Today, right here, this is your host, Charles Woolfork, the self-talk engineer. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you're on YouTube or Facebook. And if you're on the podcast platform, give a brother 5 stars and some feedback as well. Hey, right now, we are on the line with a rock star. Like, my man right here is so inspirational. Hey, he's got me up grinding like I had never grinded before. My man Chase Warburton. Now, Chase, yo, how have you been, my man, ever since you've been on the podcast, brother?
Dude, I have been so good. I have been so busy, and I love you and hate you for it. No, okay, let me tell you why I love you for it.
What's up?
Okay, I'll tell you why I love you. I'll tell you why I hate you for it. So I'll tell you why I hate you for it first, because I'm really tired now because I'm working a lot more. I'll tell you why I love it. So the whole mentality of I'm not enough is just gone. It hasn't come. It's been a couple weeks. It's gone. Like, there have been some, even in the last couple of weeks, there have been some moments where typically I'd sit there and I'd be like, man, I'm just not enough. And I'd sit there, I'll be like, but that's a crock of crap. I know I'm a great guy. I just had a bad moment, right? And that's all it is. And it's just like, I can tell that the previous programming is trying to be there. But when you mentioned, like, once the podcast turned off, I know you said, like, hey, if those moments come back up, just remember, right? Super simple. And just keep that mentality going of I'm enough. And that's what I've done. And it's been so easy. Like, in the past, when I've like tried to struggle with I'm not enough, like, it's been weeks or months of me battling that thought, and then I'm good for a couple of days. And then it's months of battling it. I'm good for a couple of days. And now it's like, I have like maybe a half a second thought that pops up into my mind, and then it's gone, and I'm good, right as rain again. And so just like in my general life and the way I feel about myself, that's there. But like my confidence level too is like almost at a cocky level. Like, so like I've owned my own business for about a year and a half now. And one thing I've always wanted to do with it, because I'm in the wellness field, is reach out to different doctors and chiropractors and personal injury attorneys and all those types of people to be like, hey, look, I'm a cool resource. And I've never done it because I'm like, well, gosh, I'm this college dropout, and I'm dealing with like attorneys and doctors and chiropractors and people who have done like 7, 8, 9, 10 years of school. And I'm like, I don't have anything to offer them. I'm just, a college dropout. And dude, I show up now and I'm like, hey, check this out. Like, this is what we got. This is what we do. Like, here's all my information. Come check this out. Like, I have no fear whatsoever. I'll just call people and I'll be like, hey, I've got no idea what I'm doing. So let's figure this out. Here's what's going on. This is what I need. This is what I want. And like, dude, it's so cool. So I'm appreciative because I now feel confident enough in myself that I can do the work and show up as an adult, as an educated person, right? And know that I'm enough. My knowledge is enough, and not like cower away and hide and play games on my computer at work and just say like, well, it's slow, so I have nothing to do, which I'm giving myself plenty to do.
Wow, bro, that is so phenomenal, man. That is so phenomenal. All right, so obviously it's helped you in your business. Are you showing up differently for your employees as well?
Oh yeah, like it's cool. It's like sometimes my employees, because like a lot of what we do is very gray zone, right? Like, we've got like our pods have different protocols that do different things. And typically they used to reach out to me and they'd be like, well, which protocol do I do? And I'd be like, well, do this one. And then I'd complain in the background to my mom and just be like, like, why are they not trusting themselves? And now it's just like, hey, I'll sit down and I'll talk with them and I'll be like, listen, you're an expert. Trust your gut. You are enough. You are educated. You got this. And my employees are starting to actually like follow suit. And I love it. It's taken work off of my plate. And the recommendations they have are educated. It's facilitated well. Like, it's great,
dude. So therefore, it's kind of like I know you're a Christian, so like it's kind of like the thing where you can only love someone else as much as you love yourself.
Bingo.
Boom. So now, since you have, so I don't want to put words in your mouth. So, but from what I'm seeing is now, since you are loving yourself more, you can go ahead and spread that love and spread that positive energy to someone else. And now it gives them more confidence as well.
You know what? putting words in my mouth make me sound that good. I'm all for you putting words in my mouth going forward. No, man, it's absolutely true. Like now that I'm enough, and I know that for sure, I'm not putting off the energy of I'm not enough anymore. So my facilitators are starting to respond and act in the I'm enough way.
How have you shown up differently within your relationships?
I am much more confident in the way I approach things. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Mr. Nice Guy mentality.
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty much gone, right? Like I can talk to my wife and say like, hey, I disagree with you about this, and this is why. But it's not like an angry disagreement. It's, hey, I love you. I see you. I see what you're trying to do here. I just don't think you're doing it right. And here's my opinion. And like, we work on it. And with other people, it's really easy just to say like, hey, like even random people who come in to like my wellness center, for example, it's just to be like, I don't get what you're saying, or I don't agree with you, but that's okay. Like, it's okay to disagree, right? I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or offend you or any of this new age social justice style stuff. Like, I can disagree and it's okay. I can still love you and not agree with you.
So therefore it's like, you have that confidence to be able to be your true authentic self and speak your mind.
Exactly. I have my own opinions.
So now you're going full steam ahead in your business. That's definitely going to increase your revenue because you're going to get more leads and you're going to have more you're doing more networking, going to have more collaborations and things of that matter. You're different with your wife. How about your kids? Has anything changed with your relationship with them as of yet?
I feel like I respond less out of fear and more out of love with my kids. Like, in the past, here's an example that just recently happened. So we're potty training my 2.5-year-olds, not for kids. Put the little E up in this one. No, so she pooped her pants one time when we were outside playing. And in the past, like when I was potty training my son and he'd poop his pants, I'd be like all sorts of like, dude, what the heck, man? Like, you're supposed to poop in the potty. You're not supposed like, why now I got to clean your butt up? Like, this is awful. And just like shame and all these stupid things and this fear that he's not capable or competent or anything. My daughter pooped her pants. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go spray you off. Let's get you in the sink and like walk her over and some poop drops. And I'm like, oh, hey, listen, poop fell out. Hey, like my son Leo, make sure like no one steps in that for a little bit. He got a stick. He's standing there like I'm holding it up like a lightsaber for those people on the podcast. He's sitting there like making sure. I don't know if he actually held up a stick, but I know he was. I had the window open. And I heard him yell like, "Don't you step in that? That's poop!" Like he totally had my back. And and I just really gently and calmly brought my daughter in. I'm like, "Hey, it happens. Like you're learning how to poop. Like we all have experienced that." I'm like, even adults poop their pants at times, and like it's just no. But I didn't actually say that part to her. But it's all,
that's funny.
No, it's all part of the process. So I'm starting to understand that like. Even though like I've had my struggles, my kids don't need to have my same struggles. And I would much rather teach them like, hey, you're enough. You're amazing. So instead of like shame-based parenting to get them to do what I feel is the most effective, what I'm trying to teach them now is like, hey, you're enough. You're awesome. You can handle your business and I'm here to help.
Yo, that is so dope. You're breaking a generational curse, if you will, because it's like it started when you were a little kid, 3 years old, your sister's adopted. And now it's like you're taking that and you're taking that trauma that you had, totally gotten rid of it, and now you can carry on a different legacy for your children now.
Bingo.
All right, so the genesis of the all of the trauma in general, that limiting belief, came from your parents. Has your relationship changed with them as well?
I don't see them a lot. I talk to my mom a lot. I don't see them very often, which, it's relative. I see them like once a month or so, or twice a month. And for me, I just see them more as like, I love them. I'm so appreciative. Like I was in a group the other day, and what I was telling them was like, I am so grateful for all the gifts my parents gave me, right? All of the gifts, like whether they were good gifts or bad gifts, they've all helped me to this point, right? And I'm really grateful for that because I've survived. So I'm grateful for them. And I have a lot of love and appreciation and admiration for them. And I can still, like, I've never had a problem speaking my piece to my parents and telling them what's up. Because, I'm their kid, right? I'm supposed to keep them straight. But by way of just like loving them fully and understanding that they have just as many wounds as I do from their parents. And that's them, that's not me. And I get to be someone totally and completely different. I don't have to fall in line for them. I can be me. And, there was a quote I saw earlier today. It was, oh man, I got to pull it up because it speaks so, speaks so much truth. Oh, you know what? I lost it. That's okay. But what it says is it's basically like, don't fake being someone you think you need to be so you can be liked.
Yeah.
Be who you're supposed to be real so you can find people who will love you, or something. I don't know, I butchered butchered.
But that was perfect.
I was like, be you, be real and authentic to you, and sooner or later what that will turn into is a group of people who love you. And that's who I'm becoming.
Wow, bruh. You are moving at such a different pace now when it comes to your relationships and your business. Where do you see yourself like being within the next 5 to 10 years now?
Hopefully retired with $20 million in the bank account, hanging out with you on the shore of Hawaii. I think this whole life is a process, right? It's school. It is a school. There's more school, but it's a school. It's a trial. It's a test. It's a process. It's something that we're going to come down here and learn. So I hope in 5 to 10 years, I'm still learning, and I am still going to the school of life, and I am still following my heart. I would love to see my business being a lot bigger. I would love to be in law enforcement in some aspect. I would love to have another kid. I only see up and better from here.
That's amazing. Hey, bro, congratulations on officially being a baggage dropper, my man.
Drop the baggage, bro.
Hey, I am so elated. I'm so happy for you. And congratulations on showing up for your divine appointment, because I stuck into your DMs. You know what I mean? And I slid it to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You did reach out to me. I remember that.
And totally, I mean, it's been the biggest blessing of them all, you know what I mean, for me and for you. And just to see you light up the way that you are, like, and for something that was really plaguing you for decades, for now to just be gone. That's the best. Congratulations.
24 years of baggage is dropped. It's awesome.
I love it. Hey, is there anything else that you want to tell the people out there?
Guys, pay Charles. I'm broke, so I can't right now, but hire Charles. Pay him. Get this dude money. He's doing good stuff. No, it's true. I would leave him with that, but in all reality, everyone has greatness in them. Every single person has a divine power that is given to us by God. Mm-hmm. And Satan is really, really good at hiding that and making you believe that divine power isn't true. And by whatever means necessary, Dave Ramsey says this, with a gazelle-like intensity, find that divine power. Find it, tap into it, understand it, come to know it, whether that's within yourself, whether that's a higher power, whatever it is, find it. And I promise you, your life will change.
Amen. I love it. Hey, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming onto the show and just giving us your love and your life, bro. We appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, dog. And hey, I appreciate the listener out there. Thank you all so much for listening and for watching. Once again, hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, where can they reach you at, by the way, if they're over in Utah?
thewellnesscenter.life. You can, that's about it. I don't do any social media. My email is chase@thewellnesscenter.life. So if you want to reach out to me personally and want to chat, I'm always here for you guys.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, go and hit him up at the Wellness Center. Hey, y'all, until next time, please take care of yourself and take care of one another. Peace.
Peace.